Alrighty, thank you for joining everybody. Rochelle and Candy, if you want to go ahead and take over, I'll have you go ahead and present. I think you're muted, Rochelle.
Sorry about that.
There we
We're going
go.
to go ahead and make sure that you see that there are people behind the screen, but we're going to go ahead and turn off our video just so that you can focus more on the actual presentation. So just shutting that off right now. Well, welcome everyone. Good morning, everyone. My name is Richelle Strong. First off, I wanted to thank you for being here today. We wanted to thank Olympic Community of Health for bringing us all together and for allowing us to meet with Olympic Connect's network of care coordinators. As I mentioned, my name is Richelle, and I am the Recruitment and Community Engagement Coordinator for the Olympic Educational Service District, OESD, from here on forward, Early Learning Department. And I am joined by my colleague, Candy Lester, the OESD Early Learning Department's ERC Program Manager.
Yes, good morning. We're all so happy to be here together. I'm going to provide a brief overview of how we'll be spending our time together. We're here today because early childhood development is a collaborative effort. By working together, we can ensure that families and children in Kitsap County can receive the support they need at every stage of their development. Our presentation today will cover our early learning mission statement, the services we provide, eligibility criteria, our application process, and how we can partner with care coordinators to create lasting positive outcomes for our families. And lastly, at the end, we'll have an opportunity to do a Q&A together.
Wonderful. The Olympic Educational Service District Early Learning Department's mission is through caring relationship with families, respect for diversity, and community partnerships. We nurture school readiness by promoting supportive learning environments, comprehensive health and well-being, and the empowerment of children and families. Through state and federal funding, our preschool and family services are provided at no cost to families who qualify. So a little bit about early learning. Research consistently shows that early learning experiences shape a child's future, from brain development in the first 5 years to long-term academic and social success. Investing in early education is one of the most effective ways to break cycles of poverty and create brighter futures. Studies show that participants in high-quality early learning programs like OESD Early Learning have better self-esteem, motivation, behavior, academic achievement, higher graduation rates, college enrollment, and income levels, but also reductions in crime. We know that all these things impact a person's social determinants of health.
Our OESD Early Learning Department provides early education and support services to over 400 children and families. Our programs serve all of Kitsap County, including North Kitsap, Central Kitsap, Bremerton, and South Kitsap school districts, as well as North Mason and in neighboring Mason County. Families who live or work in these service areas are encouraged to apply to our program. In addition to whether families live or work within our service areas, eligibility for our programs is based on age, income, and family circumstances.
I'll apologize. I moved a little bit further than we should have on this. Give me 1 second.
Well, while Rachel's getting us back to our slide, I'll just move forward with the qualifiers for our program. Oftentimes, the qualifiers are what makes families hesitate to apply for our program. We want to eliminate this wondering by suggesting that if a family has a mom who is currently pregnant or has a child or children between the age of birth to 5 years old to refer them to our program. We can help determine if they qualify based on income or other family circumstances. Also, from time to time, we have over income spots available and can also place families on our wait list while also offering them other early learning options. We accept applications all year long. Our goal is to develop at the beginning of each enrollment year a strong waitlist that we also maintain throughout the school year. Federal and state performance standards require that among the families seeking first-time enrollment, the family with the greatest need receives services first, no matter the date of application or enrollment. Families can apply over the phone, online, or even in person. If age and income eligible, families will receive a call to complete an eligibility interview. Age and income documentation must be submitted in order for their application to be processed.
So now I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about the OESD early learning program options that we have available in the community. To support young children and their families, we offer several comprehensive programs. We want it to be where families can find a fit for themselves, but we also help in that decision making. Early Head Start Home Based is a home visiting program that serves pregnant moms and families with children birth to 3 years old. Weekly 90-minute home visits are a fun and interactive time for parent and child to participate in early learning activities together with the support of their home visitor. We believe that parents are the child's best teacher, and we want to support the child's development and learning. In addition to weekly home visits, families have the opportunity to participate in our playgroup. Playgroups allow for parent and child to engage in activities in a group setting with other infants and toddlers and their families. Playgroups also provide a first classroom experience for children and help them feel ready for preschool. Our Early Head Start Bridge to Preschool is a brand new option that we provided to families this year. The Early Head Start Bridge to Preschool model is designed for families interested in having their child experience center-based care as they prepare to transition to preschool, while also maintaining the individualized family supports through home visiting. It's a hybrid model. Children will attend class 2 days each week for 3.5 hours, and families will also receive twice monthly 90-minute home visits. It's geared towards our children that have recently turned 2 and between the ages of 2 to 3 years old. In addition, in Early Head Start, so this age range of 0 to 3 years old, we also have our childcare option. Children in this program, we have 2 specific sites. One is in Port Orchard at our Discovery site. Discovery Early Head Start Family Center is a childcare center open to pregnant and parenting students. In partnership with South Kitsap School District, we provide support for young parents, moms and dads, to finish high school, plan for the future, and nurture the development of their infant or toddler. As well as in our Bremerton site, the Sophia Bremer Early Learning Center is also a childcare center available to parenting students attending Olympic College. Everything is provided in our safe and nurturing environments, including diapers, bottles, formula, and 3 healthy meals a day. As for when our children are in that target range of 3 to 5 years old, our preschool program is where families can find additional options. We offer structured educational experiences that help children prepare for a successful transition into kindergarten in areas like language, literacy, math, and science. We provide a variety of program options to meet a wide variety of family needs. We have our part day program, which is 4 days a week for 3.5 hours, meeting in the afternoon or in the morning or the afternoon. We have our extended day, which is 4 days a week for 6 hours a day. And lastly, our home-based option. It's weekly 90-minute home visits with a qualified home visitor, very similar to what our Early Head Start home visiting program has, with monthly parent-child play groups. With this said, our approach goes beyond education. This is what kind of sets our program apart. We provide wraparound services that support the child's emotional, physical, and cognitive development. This includes height, weight, and vision checks, healthy snack and meals. We have our own in-house mental health consultants to support the social emotional learning of our children and families. And we connect families to community resources and services in our community, very specific to something working alongside of the Olympic Connect. Parents and caregivers play an essential role in our early education. We encourage family engagement through policy council leadership opportunities. Families can also attend our monthly workshops, our family workshops that are geared towards topics that families have let us know that they are interested in receiving more information about and support for them. Involvement in child learning experiences, family goals, and when families feel empowered and engaged, children thrive. So this kind of gets us to why we're here today and why we've asked to be able to speak with the care coordinators. In Washington state alone, more than 30,000 children are eligible for free, high quality preschool and family services similar to OESD early learning, but are not being served. As trusted advisors, you play a vital part in connecting Kitsap County families to OESD early learning. Working together allows us to provide seamless transitions, align services, and ensure families access resources without the unnecessary gaps. What we can do for you. I think what we've talked about most is being able to see that there are opportunities to collaborate and connect in the community. All of our print and marketing materials, print and electronic materials are available to you. We have at the very end an email address that you can use. It's also up on our website, some of these marketing materials that we can either deliver or send electronically so that you have available to some of the families that you are connecting with. We would love the opportunity to be able to attend and speak to more of your staff or to be able to explain our services with them, or to attend an event where we can share about our program with the families and help them apply. Other opportunities are, we have what we call our very collaborative events. We have a block fest that engages all ages, not just the specific target market of this birth to 5, but also we've seen some of the most engaged people being our teenagers or even our fathers at this event. We offer play and learns and reading event opportunities where we can engage with the community. We want to thank you for your time today and wanted to open up the rest of it to just be able to answer any questions that the group might have of us and be able to just share and collaborate with you. Like I mentioned, we have our website, which is www.oesd114.org/early-learning. And we also have our email. You can use that one, the early learning at oesd114.org, and all the information materials get directed back to us and we can provide that. One of the things that we also wanted to share is that we are here housed in Bremerton, Washington. This is where our headquarters are. Families can connect with us on multiple levels. It doesn't just have to be in person. We've realized, especially in the terms of what barriers families have, that it's important to be able to provide multiple ways for them to reach us. If they're connected through Olympic Connect, then that's even one better way for us to be able to reach out to them. But we wanted to help you understand like the ways that families connect with us and what we can do to be able to share that information. Thank you so much. And floor is open for questions.
Thanks, Rochelle. I have a couple of questions, but I want to give space for Erica and Maddie to go first because as they know, I'm a chatty person, so I don't want to hog.
I don't have any questions right now.
Cool. Thanks, Erica. I had a couple of questions for you, Rochelle. And Maddie, I see that you're okay. I see your message in the chat. So I had three questions for you. So you mentioned that you do home visits. I'm curious, what does that look like for those who are experiencing homelessness? Like, what does that look like?
Great question. So one thing is we meet families where they are. And so if that means also meeting in public spaces, we've had families go and do it in libraries, or they can have that opportunity to meet, even I've seen it happen at McDonald's play areas and that sort of thing. And so we try to make sure that we match where it's a safe place for families. And knowing that, sometimes in the very, very beginning, their situations might be different than where they start out. And that's part of the process of where being a part of our program is we want to make sure that we're helping families and supporting them in that sense.
Nice.
Yeah, and
That's
just to
helpful.
add to that, we also support families that might currently be involved in the child protective and welfare system. And so
Okay.
sometimes those visits are together with their social worker, or they might be in the place where their visits are being supervised, or sometimes they can choose like a neutral place. And that really helps facilitate reunification. Alternatively, we also have a home visiting program that is supporting Safe Baby Court here in Kitsap County, which is not necessarily a trial program, but it's relatively new. And so in that instance, we've been hosting home visiting at our given center together. So that way families can get there easily.
Mm, that's helpful. I'm also curious to hear. So I saw that you have a really good visual of like the application process. I'm curious what that turnaround time is. So if a care coordinator like Erica helps someone apply for your programs, like how quickly would they hear back from you all and be able to get enrolled?
Yeah, absolutely. So within working days, we usually try to answer any of the applications that come through within 24 to 48 hours. As far as what the process looks like, usually the barrier is in families being able to provide some of the documentation that's required when it comes to being able to apply. This includes age verification and income verification, and we try to remove some of those barriers. But like we said, that's usually what we try to do in the very, very beginning of a conversation with a family, is letting them know these are the things that we would need to include to be able to do it. If a family is homeless, there is some leeway as far as like the time frame of being able to collect that information. But for the most part, I would say like if family has all that documentation ready to go, we could get them on the wait list within the same day sometimes. And it really just depends on what does availability look like in our classrooms. And as it mentioned in there, openings happen throughout the year, and we're required to fill those spaces. And so we just move from the very top of the wait list and move the next family that is most qualified as far as like points wise where they stand.
Okay. What does that look like for folks who are undocumented? Are you able to serve undocumented um, youths? I'm just curious.
Yes, currently citizenship is not a requirement to be
Okay.
eligible for both Head Start, which is our federally funded program, and ECAP, which is our state funded program.
Okay, that's really nice to know because I know just trying to see what services we could provide for, as many clients as possible. And then I had one last question. So you mentioned your family workshops. I'm curious, like, what some of those topics are, and is anybody eligible to attend or only folks who are part of the programs?
Well, goodness, Yvonne, we wish everyone could be allowed to attend because they are wonderful. And we know that parent education is a high need in our community, is one of the things that comes up time and time again when we're out in the community. Currently, our parent workshops are only available to enrolled families. And what we have been doing recently is a focus. And so last year's parent workshop, we used the conscious discipline curriculum, which focuses not only on how to support young children with their regulation, but also the adult caregiver, because we know that it starts with the adult in the room, right? And then the program that we used most recently was Circle of Security, which is helping to support parents with that healthy attachment that we know is so important. I know that something we have wanted to do in our program is to be able to provide some parent education at a small fee to the community at large. And so that's something hopefully that we'll be able to have the capacity to work towards in the near future.
Those sound like really awesome topics. That's I didn't know what to expect with your topics. That's why I wanted to hear a little bit more, but I didn't expect that for some reason. That's really cool. I'm gonna pause. Erica and Maddie, you're still good on your questions? Anything coming to mind?
Nothing for me, thank you.
Cool. Well, I
Something that
just
we can share. Oh, sorry,
no,
Yvonne.
go for it, Candy.
I was just going to say something that Rachel and I can share is that obviously we market broadly to the community. You'll see our yard signs up and our flyers, and we'll pop up on different advertisements and things. But something that's different when we have a reciprocal relationship with an organization is that they can call me directly and say, "Hey, I referred that family to you a week ago, and I was just really concerned and hopeful that they would be able to get some services. Can you tell me how that worked out? Did they get back to you?" Because sometimes what happens is I'm able to say, actually we called them 3 times. And so then our trusted partner sometimes will give the family a call and say, "Hey, they're trying to get a hold of you. Is there some way that we can help?" So we do have organizations that we work very closely together in trying to support families completing the eligibility process and getting on the wait list. And then it's nice because we do also have partners that really like that feedback. So, for example, I just emailed a partner back yesterday and said, "Hey, it's a celebration. I want you to know that that family that you really advocated for got assigned a home visitor yesterday." And so it just really helps to close that loop. And I know that with some partners, they find that to be really helpful. And it just supports that, wrapping around a family, especially when we know that families have so many challenges nowadays. They just need
Mhm.
that additional help sometimes.
That's really awesome to hear. And what's cool is Erica and Maddie, they're both from, just for context for you, Rochelle and
I was just
Candy,
going to ask that.
they're
Yes.
they're from the YMCA of Pierce and Kitsap County. And so Erica is a care coordinator who's like learning what resources are in the area. But yeah, they're both from the YMCA, and I really do see like alignment with how the both of you all could collaborate because I think you'll see the same kind of clients or similar.
Well, more than likely, just based on location, you would not be referring families to our program. You never know, though. Sometimes you do have families that cross counties, but I would encourage you, if you don't already know who your ECAP and early Head Start and Head Start providers that are in your area, reach out to them and see what kind of a cool partnership you guys can create to help your families get on that like cross reciprocal type thing.
Erica's in Bremerton and Silverdale, just so you
Oh,
know. Yeah.
oh, okay, great.
That's
So
right. It
they're
crosses the Pierce and Kitsap County region. I forgot about that. Thank you so
yeah,
much for helping us with that.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's all I had for today. I just want to thank you both for like taking the time to present your program. I learned a lot today, and I mean, as you know, I used to be a participant of it. So when my daughter was little, like we were part of OESD, and I felt like I was a pro, and I still learned plenty today. So it was really cool to have a refresher of your programs.
Thank
As I
you.
mentioned, this is going to be recorded, and anybody that registered for this course, I'm gonna send it out to them so that they can see the recording of this. But just want to thank you all for your time and just really appreciate you, sharing about how you're helping our community. It's really lovely what you're doing.
Thank you so much, Yvonne, for connecting us. And if it's helpful, I can also email you the slide deck. That way you have that as
Sure,
well.
I would
Okay.
love it. I would love it. Awesome. Well, I'm
All right.
gonna stop recording. Let me